I was inspired when I saw a tweet the other day from Tyler Early. That's at TEARLX24, at TEARLX24. The tweet says, "Cast all your care on me, for I care for you." 1 Peter 5:7. The word that captured my attention is the use of the word all, and it's found in many translations. The word some appears in no translations. And what that means to me is that we are to cast not some, but all of our worries upon the Lord. But sometimes I find myself not heeding that. When a problem comes up in our life, we bring to bear all the resources that we have to fix it, to change the circumstances. And when all of that fails, we then go to the Lord with our broken toys saying, "Daddy, fix this." So the verse commands us to cast all of our cares upon the Lord in faith, trusting God, not in ourselves. And oddly, this verse does not appear to be a rebuke for worry. I think we all worry. In fact, the verse presupposes that we worry. God is trying to help us. He just simply wants us to surrender our worries to Him. Now, we could just say, well, I'm not going to do anything about that. God's going to handle it. I have a tweet that says, "I just do my job. God gets the job done." The verse saying cast our worries upon the Lord doesn't mean that we are to stick our heads in the proverbial sand and say, "God is handling all of my problems. I don't need to worry. Therefore, I don't need to do anything." I don't think that's the intent. We serve God, not the other way around. We each have a part in solving our own problems. I've got another tweet out there. It's really just a joke, folks, but I thought I'd enlighten you a little bit. You probably heard it said, 90% of the things that we worry about never happen. Well, next time someone says that to you, ask them, does that make worry 90% effective? And watch the expression on their face. While we're talking about worry, let's talk about its next of kin. That would be hurry. It's called the tyranny of the urgent, and I think we've all experienced it. But it shouldn't define us. I know some people, or you probably have seen people in your environment at work, perhaps, that seems to always be pressed for time. They're always running behind. They're always overwhelmed with anxiety. I get the impression that that person is not in control of their circumstances, let alone their life. It's probably the other way around. So don't let hurry steal your joy. We can cast our hurries upon the Lord as well. There's a verse I like. It's in Philippians chapter 4, verse 11. Paul says, "I'm not saying this because I'm in need, for I have learned to be content, whatever the circumstances." The operative word, folks, is learned. It does not come natural. Okay, we have to discipline ourselves to learn. We resist. We work hard to manipulate our circumstances in hopes of achieving a favorable outcome. And of course, that at its foundation is the favorable outcome will lead to happiness. That if we just have enough favorable outcomes, if we can mitigate the unfavorable circumstances, that we'll be, quote, happy. Here's the warning sign. When a phrase begins, "if only," and then fill in the blank, and then you could say ... and then I'd be happy. There seems to be this craving within all of us for happiness and contentment. But I submit to you that this verse affirms that happiness is not out there somewhere. It's within our own hearts. Well, that's what I think. I'd like to know what you think. You're welcome to comment on this video. You're also welcome to comment on this blog. It's at datagenesis.wordpress.com. You can also find me on Twitter at DataGenesis.